It's A.D.O.T and I feel.
Hi guys, good afternoon. It's NdatseNdomo here, and welcome back to my videos. My name is NdatseNdomo, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoy it. I do other kind of videos, so please check out my channel. You really enjoy this finance tips, this motivational talks, there's so much on entrepreneurship, on career, so much more. There's also makeup, so there's something for everybody on my channel. Anyways, today's look is much about an affordable, I don't want to call it drugstore, but an affordable way to slay your face and still look good, FaceBeat wise, on a budget. I mean, in these days of Fenty Beauty, Kim K, you know, all the ones popping out there, I know there's lots of people out there that can honestly not afford it. And there are some people who can afford it but are not really willing to spend that amount of money on makeup or don't have the budget for it yet. So I'm here to show you guys that I know that the trend is let's do this, let's do that. Of course, I'm probably going to jump on it very soon because I'm really interested in that particular highlighter I've been seeing everywhere. But today's makeup is really about slaying on a budget or unlimited funds. And I need to tell you guys to pardon me in advance because some of the products I've used in this particular tutorial are branded products, and by branded I mean higher price than I would normally put in a drugstore or a slay on a budget-ish kind of video, if you get me. But I'm going to put alternatives in my description box so you guys can go and check those out. I'm just using what I have at the moment, but I know that there's alternatives out there, and I'll be showing you guys, I'm telling you the prices of everything that I'm using in this particular video. So let me not talk too much, let me just jump right into the video so you guys can enjoy it. Don't forget to leave me a comment, subscribe, and please enjoy this video. So I'm using this pencil, and this pencil is less than 50 cents. It's 100 naira in naira. It's less than what, 0.0 something dinar, whatever. And I like this pencil because the product doesn't spread even when my eyes get oily later in the day. And please pardon my using a mirror that you guys can obviously see. It's because I don't have a big mirror now. I'm just trying to reset up how to reset up everything because my whole setup has changed. So I'm done filling out my eyebrows. Pardon my puffy hair, it's probably from the way it's left. I'm done filling out my eyebrows now, and I'm going to go in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn to define it. This concealer is 1,800 naira, which is like what, 50 cents? Sorry, this is $5. Sorry, not 50 cents. This is like $5. And then this spoolie brush is less than $4 because it's about 1,000 naira. Actually, this is like maybe $2.50. So I honestly can't even keep up with converting to QAT dinar. So like, whatever, use dollar, figure it out, or I'll just leave the conversion rates I'm using in my description box. So I'm just defining my eyebrows. Most times I do not define the top part because, as you can see, I already have like almost perfect curves. But for the purpose of doing the full makeup look today, I'm going to define the top part as well. Now for a basic eye look, most times I just like to go in with, it's actually a highlighting and concealing shade, but I just use it as a base on my eyebrows before I put my eyeliner. And this is honestly shouldn't be more than $10. Depends on where you buy it, so just budget about $10 for this. Then from the same palette, I like to go in with the highlighting shade of this. I either always use this or that. this part or that part to just define my crease on my eyebrow. Then I also want to go in with my inner tear ducts with the highlighting shade as well. That way it seems like you've actually done your eyes without needing any eyeshadow palette. But if you really do want to use an eyeshadow palette, it's not hard at all, and it's not all eyeshadow palettes are expensive. You don't have to go for the high-end brand. You can start with basic, very affordable drugstore ones. You can just go in and pick a palette that has the basic shades you need. So for me, I'm still going to go in my highlighter because I'm all for mixing and matching things and using things, you know, in multiple ways. After all, that's why I have it. So sorry guys with my angles and everything. Is just trying to figure everything out. I don't even have my ring light. I'm just using my natural lighting. So be here with me.
You know, if you leave me, I don't know where I go. My baby, won't you let me hold you close to my heart?
Now right after, I'm going to go with my House of Tara eyeliner liquid, which I honestly cannot remember how much I bought it, but I think it was like about $4. If I'm not mistaken, it was about $4 or less. So I'm going to actually check the price out and leave the actual price in my description box so that I'm giving you guys accurate data, because you know. So once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go in and line my eyes. For me, today's look is not really about the doing application of the makeup. It's about like how affordable you can start out with, or how affordable you can be when you want to do your makeup. I'm really trying to make this look as affordable as possible. Unfortunately, the only eyelashes I have are about $11 eyelashes, Debbie Luster in Sage. But if you really don't want to go to that price range, you can actually just use the ones of like $4, $2. It depends on how you want to look. Most of them still come out looking really great, so that's the only one I have right now. So I'm going to be using that one. So sorry guys, I took a minute because my battery was running out, and the only other thing I've done aside my eyelashes, which I've told you about and told you can get a cheaper one if you want, is I've applied my foundation, which is about $8, and you can get this foundation in any drugstore, I want to believe. I'll leave the name of the foundation in my description box. And now I've applied concealer again, the same concealer I used, so it's not a different shade, it's not a different price, it's the same price as the one I told you earlier. And I'm just going to go in now and blend out my concealer and contour my face. And I'm using a damp beauty blender, which cost me $2. So guys, after I was done with all of that, you know, face beating, to contour my face, I actually went in with this particular product, this duo. It's a contour kit that has 2 shades, and I have used the darker shade. This contour kit sorry, cost me $4. But if you really don't want to spend on a contour kit, you can actually still go in with this palette, which I've shown you before, and just use a darker shade. So like, you can also use this darker shade. Hope you guys can see this darker shade to contour your face if you don't want to buy a separate contour kit. So you can go in with this one as well. Then I found the eyelashes I was talking about that you can use a cheaper version. These are $2 eyelashes. They're called in a Pro in YF28. But I honestly really love the Devilosa lashes. I just love them. They're so full and they last. So if you can afford to do that, then definitely go for it. Then I also went in with this baked bronzer. This baked bronzer cost me $11 for this baked bronzer. Or I found a cheaper alternative for the baked bronzer, which is this one. This costs me $5, but I honestly prefer this one because it has a highlighting and a bronzing shade. So I also went in with I don't know how to say this one. I went in with my Urban Decay setting spray. I don't know any cheaper alternatives for now for setting sprays that are good, because it's not really about going for the less expensive items and then you don't really like the way you look, or they don't last, or they are not durable. Well, the same thing as they don't last, or they don't come out looking nice, or they don't stay in your face, that kind of thing. So I really don't know. I will search for other alternatives and ask around to my other professional makeup artist friends if they know any less expensive version for a setting spray. But I've gone in with my Urban Decay setting spray. I don't remember correctly, I bought it in euros, but if I convert it, I think it cost me about $30. I really hope I'm correct, but I'm going to verify. Then I went in with my eyeliner, which made me cry. If you can see, my makeup is trying to look all smudgy and all blushy around under my eyes, but I was like, I have to just shoot this, whatever it is. So I also went in with my eyeliner. This eyeliner cost me about $2. It is LA Girl eyeliner, and I bought it in I don't want to say drugstore, but I bought it in a store that sells makeup of every kind. Then to highlight my brow bone, I use the same palette to highlight my brow bone, and I use this. I really love this nude lip gloss. I use this $2 lip gloss called Glams. So I know that there's other more expensive versions of lip gloss out there, but I really like that particular one, and I use it. I even use it to work, so you can imagine how versatile it is. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys have learned a lot from it. My point of this video is just to really show people out there, because I know that there's many people that can't afford the medium to expensive brands, and in these days of Fenty Beauty, Kim Kardashian, West, all the higher end brands coming out, even those that are slightly less expensive than I would say high end, lots of girls, lots of ladies, lots of people, girls and guys, ladies, women, men, people that they cannot really afford, or even if they can afford it, are not ready to spend that amount on beauty products. If you can, of course, I see myself going to shop for Fenty very soon, Fenty Beauty very soon, just to sort of give a review. I've been looking at the highlighter and I'm like, wow, damn girl, I need to try that. But if you're just like, you don't have that money to spend, or you can't afford it at the moment, whatever it is, I'm just trying to show that you can actually still really slay on a budget. You don't have to break the bank to look good, as I've proven to you guys. It's not really about the technique for this particular video, but if you need the technique, just leave me a comment and I'll leave it in my description box below. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys have liked it. If you've loved this video, please leave me a thumbs up, you know the drill. Subscribe, click the red button down below. You'd always get a notification anytime and every time I post. Until my next video, guys, I'm NdatseNdomo on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Love you guys and see you in my next video. Bye.